Hello, welcome back to the channel. And this video is all about balance. Yeah, that's right, balance. Because in the past, I've done some reviews of various bits of kit, mostly torches, I have to say, flashlights. And they usually come from a particular manufacturer. And this manufacturer is very, very good. They make superb products. And I'm always happy to review them. They do exactly what they say on the box, and they are excellent bits of kit. The feedback from you guys is yes, they are excellent, but quite often they're also very expensive, which I'm not going to argue with that. Yes, they are. Yeah, you get what you pay for to a degree, so it's a fair cop. So I was recently contacted by another firm, also based in China, that produces flashlights, and it's a company I've dealt with before. I did a review for them of their Wowtac A2 head torch. The actual company is Thrunite, and they also produce very nice quality torches. However, they don't have the big price tag of their other competitor. So what they were asking for was a review of another head torch. It's one of their latest products, and I think it's a collaboration with Black Scout Survival. And as I said, it's a little head torch. So I said, yeah, send me one over and I will do my best to review it under the current circumstances. Now, what I've become used to with doing torch reviews from the other company is they send me something through that's, as I said, very well made. It's also very well packaged. Thrunite stuff, a little bit more basic. It comes in a plain box. No photographs on the outside. There's a bit of printing, a bit of writing on there which says which model it is. But that is about it. And on opening it, this is what I found inside. And it is a little head torch on a headband. It does detach from this. It's got this little rubber bracket which you can turn it and move. And I thought, okay, seems all right. I'll put it through its paces. So over to the spec. It's a rechargeable torch. It runs on a small rechargeable battery. However, you can remove that battery and put in a CR123. So if you don't have the facility to recharge, but you can buy a CR123, you can power it with that. It has 6 different modes. It has a turbo mode which runs at, I think it's 687 lumens, and it'll run like that for a couple of minutes and then it drops down to 285 lumens. It's then got its high mode, which is 195 lumens. It's then got a medium mode, a low mode, and also a Firefly mode. Firefly mode, it's one of those where it will run for days on that little tiny bit of light. If you treble click the top, it also has an SOS mode, which it will run in for about 4 hours. All of the modes are accessed from a single button on the top, and charging is done via a small port on the side that is covered with a little rubber flap. In with the box, as well as an instruction manual, a charging cable, you also get a little bag, and in there are 2 spare O-ring seals and 2 spare little rubber flaps to cover your charging port just in case, which I thought was a nice touch. As I said, it's got a fully adjustable headband which is just over 1 inch wide, and it sits comfortably on your head. When the torch is in use, what you'll find in the top there on that switch is these 2 little blue lights, and they will be on to let you know that the battery is okay. When those lights turn red and it begins to flash, it means you need to get it charged. So it's a good low battery indicator. And while it's charging, those lights will continue to flash on the top until it's fully charged, which takes about 3 hours. And then they go to blue on the top, just to let you know that it is fully charged. What I actually found in use was from pretty much dead, it went to fully charged in about an hour, which I thought was excellent. As well as showing red and blue lights, if there is abnormal charging, so if there's a problem with the charging, it also tells you, and it will go purple. So you have 2 little purple lights on the top there which will flash to let you know that something isn't right. So the beam distance is 91 meters, and that's when it's in its high turbo mode. It's waterproof to IPX8, which I think is 2 meters, and it's drop proof from 1.5 meters. Runtimes are reasonably good and comparable with the others on the market. Look it up in the description box down below and it will tell you exactly what they are. I also did a couple of other little tests on it. So I switched it on, put it in the freezer, left it in the freezer for 24 hours. It still continued to work. I also left it in a bucket of water for 24 hours because while the little charging port and the little cover seemed fairly good, it did look like a point of weakness. However, it worked very, very well and I had no problems with water ingress at all. So the headband, as I said, fully adjustable, so it's suitable for use on a variety of different headwears. A little bit more about the headband in a moment. And in use, cycling through, very, very simple to operate. It scrolls down through, no problem at all. And if you double click it, it goes into turbo mode. And if you treble click it, it goes into SOS mode. It also has a little magnetic base. Now, testing this thing out has been a little more challenging than normal because of the whole lockdown situation. However, I've been out running several times a week for the last couple of weeks, and I tend to do that in the evenings come rain or shine. So this has been on my head for each of my runs. And what I found is that actually the head strap is extremely comfortable. The bracket works very well, and what I really liked about it was it kept it nice and close into your head because this is flat and it's tight into your head. It doesn't bounce around, unlike when I used the Perrin Mini where it did bounce around a bit, and also you had that Velcro duty panel on there as well, which wasn't particularly comfortable. This on the other hand, very, very good. The modes, I tended to use it on the medium mode for outrunning, and that was for mix, so everything from semi-lit urban streets through to country lanes where there was no light at all. I did try out the high mode and the turbo mode, but not because I needed to, because the medium light was more than enough, but more just because I wanted to see how they performed. Excellent. The turbo mode lights up a very, very big area. It's very good. And the operation with this large switch on the end was very, very good. All in all, very, very impressed with this, especially when you consider that this is about half the price of this, and they are actually very, very similar. Now, talking to some other Olight users, what they found with this item when they saw it was that it looked incredibly like the H1 which preceded the Perrin Mini. So this, I won't say it's a copy, but it's very, very similar. And I like it. And I think for the money, which is £29, incidentally, it's also $29 on Amazon. I find that happening more and more often. The old exchange rate seems to be forgotten about. I think that represents very, very good value for money. And if you're in the market for a small headlight that packs quite a big punch for not a whole lot of money, this could be just what you're looking for. So if you enjoyed this video and you found it useful, then remember, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, remembering to hit the notifications bell so you know when I've got new videos coming up. And there are going to be a few. There's been another one coming out this week, which is going to be continuing on after the last three, which some of you may have noticed, they are linked. It's all part of a bigger plan. Anyway, you can also follow me over on Facebook and Instagram. If you look down below in the links box, there's a direct link to that. And also there is a link over there to my Etsy shop. There's not a whole lot in there at the moment other than these, my Greencraft patches. I think there's a mug or two left, but that's about it. However, I am in the process of restocking with a whole load of new items. There's a few old favourites, but there's also a couple of new items going to be on there as well. So stay tuned to the channel to find out what they are. Anyway, I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe.